What's up, fam? It's your girl Shannon Owens, personal development coach, and I'm here to wrap up another week of working on you. It's Follow Up Friday, and guess what? I hope you made it. I hope you accomplished that goal you set out to accomplish on Sunday. If not, don't fear. It's still some time within this week. Hey, it's still some time within this year. Don't let it distract you and make you feel all anxious and everything. As long as you are taking some steps towards getting there, progress, slow progress is still progress. So pat yourself on the back, and if you're almost there, it's still some week left in this week to get her done. And I know you can. Y'all know I like to come on here and share with you all what I've been doing this week for myself. And what I've been working on this week for myself was keeping my head up. Easier said than done, because life like to throw punches at you for no reason at all other than it's you. And I know different, and life has come at me in a whole bunch of ways this week, but I'm still smiling. I still am keeping my head up. And I like that. I like throwing stuff like that, snobs back at the enemy when he says I can. I like to throw him I bet you I can's back at him. So that's what I did this week. I decided to again keep my head up no matter what comes, the adversities, that trials, the tests that come to try to hinder me and things like that. I've decided to throw a smile back at it, to throw some positivity back at it. Easier said than done, but what I'm learning is the more you do it, the easier it is to do it. Like I said, what you feed will starve. What you feed will get bigger, and what you starve will die. So the more I feed the positivity process of knocking down the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, the negativities and things like that, the easier it gets for me to do. The easier I am at recognizing when I'm not doing it. So, hey, that's what I've been doing this week. And it's another thing that I've recognized. And I've been hearing this saying, my boy say it all the time, and you know who you is. It is what it is. And I used to be offended by that. Well, I'm not going to say offended, but I took it as a negative connotation when you say it is what it is. I took it like um, you don't care what it is I'm going through. What you mean it is what it is, but in reality, it is what it is. So when I start thinking about that on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, hey, it is what I went through when I was young. It is what it is that I was a teen mom, 15, 18, and 21, walking across the stage with babies in my belly and stuff. When I was graduating from school. It is what it is that me and my mother had a rocky relationship, and it's on again, off again, but I still love her. It is what it is. It is what it is that I wasn't always the best mommy myself, and maybe it came from not knowing or not trying hard enough, or things like that. But it is what it is. I'm better for it now because I've learned to pay attention and learn from the lessons that when you fail, you got to take the test over again. It is what it is. And if you don't, you're going to stay stuck in that same grade for a long time unnecessarily. And back in school, they would push people past the grade just because they took it twice and couldn't pass it. Don't mean you grew, you learned what it was you were supposed to learn. You've just been put in a position to kind of really hinder you because you never learned or acquired the lesson. And that's necessary in this life. So when I say it is what it is, hey, it is what it is that I was that mom who was pregnant walking across the stage. It is what it is that I was abused as a teenager by my boyfriend once upon a time. It is what it is that I've ran away from home. It is what it is that I'm also really cool. It is what it is that I've had a lot of friends, and I have friendships that have been, y'all know, 20-year, 30-year, 40-year friendships, no doubt, straight up. I have friends that I've had since I was in 8 years old, in the third, fourth, fifth grade. We still like this. It is what it is. So when I say it is what it is, it's not to be negative. It is like a reality check. It is what it is. Now what you gonna do about it? If it is what it is and it's something that you don't like, how are you going to spin that? How are you going to make that perception something better for you? How are you going to make it so that it doesn't hurt as much as it did yesterday? How are you going to make yourself better and not bitter for it? Because a lot of people take those is what it is and they use it as a crutch to stay evil, to stay mean, to stay nasty, to stay negative. And you don't have to. But then you have some people who take it and use it to better themselves. You know, somebody's daddy who wasn't there for a lot of those young men and young boys who didn't have a father in their home. They didn't use it to be an unfit father. Some did. But some of them use it to be the best daddy they can be because they didn't have a daddy. Same with the mamas. And it just goes to be, it's about you making up your mind and saying, what is it that I'm going to do to make this is what it is better than what it was, or better than what it is now, or what it could be. So I'm challenging you for that on this Friday evening, to look at the is what it is. And I know that might sound crazy, but then to ask yourself, what am I going to do about it? How am I going to respond to this? I shared in a post earlier this week that I took a grief recovery class one time. And in that grief recovery class, they told me I was 1% responsible for everything that happens to me, and it made me mad. And I took it at a church and I told them, I am pissed. This don't make no sense. How am I 1% responsible for being molested as a child? How am I 1% responsible for that type of stuff? And at the end of that 12 weeks, you know, after all of being mad and fussing and cussing in church, I ain't cuss, but I might as well. It was in my head. I was saying it. But how... The resolution that came from that is how I respond to it. It's how I allow it to affect me. And like I said, if I'm choosing to keep a smile on my face and to keep my head up, then it's something that I have to do within while I'm personally developing, as far as being a better person, being whole, being happy, being healthy on the inside, to choose to do something different, to respond differently, to react differently to the things that happen. And I know some people have been through some catastrophic stuff way worse than me. Way worse than me. And I've met those people who are so mean behind it. Just real crab apples. But then you meet them people and you be like, dang, you went through all that. Because you can't tell, because they always have the best attitudes. They're always so friendly and nice and peaceful. And that's what I attain to be like. So as this Friday is wrapping up, I know it's kind of late. Had a few issues in my family today, but it's all good. Thank you, Jesus. I am sharing with you. Pay attention to what it is. And then decide to yourself, how are you going to respond to that? Right now, right here, today, whether you don't get the apology, whether you don't get the hug, whether you don't, get the person admitting to their faults, how you going to respond to that? What, you going to be mad? You can't make nobody do nothing. You half the time you can't even make yourself do it. And that's what this is all about. Your personal development. You growing as a person, regardless of what other people have done or are doing around you. It's about this right here. You and you. This. You and your mind. You and your heart. You and your soul. You and your spirit. How do you want it to be? And I'm challenging you, and I'm hoping that you want it to be the best that it can be. And because I'm telling you, it just feels so much better. It's more health to your soul. It's more life to your living. People are dying out here younger and younger and angry. Like when they leave and their souls are bitter and mad. But it's some of them who are dying, and you be like, dang, they had a really, really, really good life. And they made it be what it was, regardless of all the hard times they went through. So on this follow-up Friday, y'all, that's all I wanted to share. Hey, sometimes it just is what it is. Make it do what it do, and make yourself be the best possible self, the best possible you can be, regardless of what it was that happened, what they did to you. Hey, and I'm just sending a shout out to you all. I will see you on Sunday to do another self-check Sunday. And I just want to say that I am very proud of you. Keep going. Keep striving. You're priceless. You are a masterpiece. Don't doubt it. Don't negate it. Don't fear it. It just is what it is, boo. Hey, have a good day, you all. And I will holler at y'all. And remember, you must know your worth. I'll see you on Sunday.